proud of this team today. It's probably one of our best complete efforts in all phases of our game, top to bottom. Fans were on fire. We were fired up. The fans really came out today. So just felt good momentum from the start. Team they looked loose. They looked fast with the way they were swinging, very aggressive, very disciplined at the plate.
Coach, maybe a lot of touch on the offense. I'll start with Nicole. What did you say to Nicole today?
A boss. It's the best way to say it. Good mix of pitches, efficient, effective. They're a very good hitting team. Texas A&M can swing the bat. We saw that all day yesterday against us and also against Minnesota. We came back big. So I thought Nicole did just a really great job of keeping them off balance. Looking at her numbers, what's really impressive for us is strikeouts are nice, but no walks are important, and we had that 2 consecutive days from our pitching staff, and that is huge. So I felt her in complete control from the start.
And Nicole, Coach mentioned the crowd. I know you're used to it with this team, but you don't usually come into a regional final expecting to sit on the bench for about 40 minutes while the offense just rolls. How hard was it to kind of maintain that focus, or at all see your offense do that before you even get a chance to throw a pitch?
I still am loose in the dugout, so I'm having fun with everybody, but also while maintaining that focus. So, once we get 2 outs or I start moving my body a little bit, start getting warm again, and then it's locked in once we go out.
Patty, sometimes offense will relax when you get up. It didn't look like you guys did. You maintained your discipline. How happy are you with just the mental aspect? Your team just kept hitting.
Yeah, it was definitely passing the torch and looking at the box score and just looking at Jada Coleman with 2 hits, Allo with 3, Jennings with 2, Grace Linings with 1, Elam with 1, Brito with 2, Johns with 1, Taylor Snow with 2 RBIs. Top to bottom, there's RBIs throughout, there's hits throughout. It was just a suffocating offense today, and it felt really good because that's who we are.
Patty, we talked about it all week, but what's Jordy's situation? It looks like she has a sarcasm or something. Cassie Hansen didn't catch as either the whole week, so what's going on with those two?
A little tweak of the ankle for Hansen, and just thought we could give her this weekend off and get her ready for next week, trusting we were going to do our job, and that's what this team knew they needed to do. We needed to also give Jordy this weekend off, and she is doing some movement, and we are just going to remain hopeful that she's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, Jocelyn and Tiare, you guys didn't just get hits. Even when you made out, you were hitting the ball hard, line drives, they had to catch, stuff like that. Just how much of in the zone was everybody, with just how hard you hit the ball, no matter the result?
I think that we really came into this game prepared. Obviously, we had seen all 3 of their starters yesterday, so that gave us a really good idea of what they were going to do. But overall, just as an offense, we were zoned in and controlling the strike zone and trying to hit the ball hard.
Yeah, adding to that, just passing the bat, I think even in the dugout, we're all just locked in, so that helped a lot too, and just seeing, hey, what did you see? So just keeping that going, and that just gave us a lot of momentum throughout our at-bats.
Joey, sorry.
Patty, when you look at the scope of the weekend, you had a close game yesterday. Your offense explodes in 2 of the other games. Pitching's on point, defense is good. Is this about as perfect as a regional weekend you guys could ask for?
I was really pleased that we had to get through yesterday. I thought that was good for us to have a close game, and it really came down to getting the 3 outs in the 7th. But it was a nail biter throughout, and I felt that important for us. One of the things we talked about today was being a collective offense in the way of a team offense, not waiting for the big home run. And I think at times in the last couple weeks or so, we're waiting for that big home run. We talked about we have too many good at-bats to think that way, to be the one. You don't have to be the one. We are one, so let's put that together. So that really made me feel good, the response to that. So we've had some good regionals. I just really will remember this day for a long time because I haven't seen a team just be so dominant in every way, shape, and form, especially against Texas A&M was one of the hottest teams in the country coming in here, and they show it. They're good. They got good pitching. They've got good hitting. But to see us do what we did today really, really catapults us into next weekend.
Jocelyn, you're now hitting 500 for the season. Did you ever think that would be possible for you both this year?
Not really, but I'm just trying to do what it is that I can to get on base, and if that's taking a walk, taking a hit, or getting a hit, I'll take it, but thanks for pointing that out.
For Patty, I mean, maybe it's not there or something, like somebody's trying to rip the cover off the ball.
She's made differently. There's a few players on our team I could certainly tell you they're made differently. This one is made differently. She doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. Takes her time with what she's doing, doesn't overthink it, but always ready for whatever pitch, whatever count, and she always feels and knows she's going to win. And when you have that ingredient, it's why she is who she is and doing what she's doing.
Yeah, Tiare, are there games, and maybe this is one of them, where you just see your opponent fold in front of you? And I don't mean that to disparage the opponent, it's just that you present so much pressure, 1 through 9, that though they had kept it together yesterday and played you close, it's just so hard to keep doing it. Do you see that out in front?
I think I just see like a good Texas A&M team. I mean, I don't think, it was like they folded or anything. I mean, I give all the credit to them. They were pitching, they come in strong. But I think kind of what we saw them from yesterday, we kind of just made our adjustments, and we had a game plan before coming into this game, and we executed. So I think from top of the lineup to the bottom lineup, we all just stuck to that game plan, stuck to it, and then still going up against a strong opponent.
Patty, would you say anything about the power of Oklahoma across the chest, to intimidate, to sometimes not get the best from the opponent?
Well, Texas A&M plays in a very tough conference, so I didn't ever believe or think they came in here going, oh, we're playing Oklahoma. They've been here plenty of times. They're not afraid of us. I know that. But when we put up 9 from the start, or whatever it was, it's hard to kind of know what to do next. And that fueled us. I don't think we've done that. I don't even know that we've scored that many this season in the first inning. So that just it's hard to dig out of that. And if you're Texas A&M, you're just trying everything you can. And so we just knew that they're that kind of hitting team that we got to keep going. We're not going to let off the gas. You got to keep going, keep going, keep going.
Jocelyn, you seem pretty fired up after your first at bat. You just kind of going into the day, like you're feeling different, just a normal day for you all, just to kind of get into the first inning and slow down runs.
I didn't think it was just a normal day. I mean, it kind of was a normal day. We just came in here and had breakfast together, and we were just chilling in the locker room before, so it was just normal for us. But once it's time to start to lock in, I just felt something different from the offense today, and it started from the warm-up, and then I saw us finally started with Jada's walk too, and then my single and Tiare hitting us in. So I just felt like it was different from as soon as the moment we got locked in. Sorry.
Patty's mentioned several times about how you don't get too high, don't get too low. Where's that come from for you? How do you stay in that mode?
I think it just comes with a lot of learning experience. There's definitely a point in my career where I have gotten too high and I have gotten too low, and that honestly will get you nowhere. So just trying to be consistent with my emotions and my play and the work that I put in, and just knowing that softball is just softball, and it's just something I come out here and do, and it doesn't define who I am. So it came with a lot of learning experience.
Patty, you never know about who you might have to use. McAdoo got in for 2/3 of the inning. What did you take? You haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
I was happy, and you could feel our team excited for it because she works every day at practice. She is probably one of the greatest advocates of all the pitchers. She's got a phenomenal personality and kind of a fun-loving voice in the locker room. And I know this pitching staff was fired up when she came in. To see her throw strikes, get strikeouts, was a celebration. It was like kind of the icing on the cake.
Nicole, how many pitching throws do you got per year?
This is the first, so I need
You
to
made
do
it all through the year.
Yeah, at least this whole season.
Yeah, Patty, I thought Jocelyn's last foul ball, I think actually hit the part fair. If that would have been, if the score had been 4-2, would you have asked for a review?
I don't know that that is a redo, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I went to the umpire and I said, "Did you see that?" Because you got to make that about 100 feet higher in order for us to really know whether it's fair or foul. So I'm going to talk with Joe tonight and get some foul ball holes that are as high as we can make them. We've had some hitters in the past just hit skyrocketed, and it's so hard to tell, and you can't review it. I don't believe you can review it.
Josh, did you think it was wrong?
I did think it was, but I got this in there. I watched it.
I was sitting on the line, I thought it was clear.
Last one.
Patty, I know you kind of talked about you wanted your lineup to have more discipline. How valuable was it having tape and just kind of experience against Anna's pitchers in the previous game going into this game?
I think it was everything. It was everything where when they showed all three arms yesterday, we knew right away it would be an advantage for us. We did go back, look at swings, but this offense did a phenomenal job of being very disciplined at the plate. You're starting to chase things out of the zone yesterday and trying to be too big with what we were doing, and they handled things very well. And they've got that lefty freshman that's going to be really, really good. And she's tough. She throws hard. We did a good job with that.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.